You go in first! My sister says Tangaloy is down there, and the priests
Please don't
feed it
tell.
fish.
So you defeated this ship-devouring beast all by yourself?
I'm telling you, you just have to aim for the eyes.
Be welcome. We gather to honor the goddess. For we must earn the strength to endure the darkest of life's battles. Akira, rain and wind is a better teacher than any priest. A fighter accustomed to comfort earns only bruises. Each obstacle is a challenge we must answer. These are whetstones that sharpen us into fine blades. Follow the path as it climbs the mountain, all the way to the Serpent's Crown. You will see it. It is an opportunity to learn. What good is a fighter who knows how to defend against a single enemy? If we must one day fight one another, such is Magran's will. Do you believe so? It is not in might alone that Magran holds influence. There is purpose, conviction, achievement. You may honor her in many ways.
Just say the word.
Leave it to me.
Good day, traveler. I see you've taken an eye to my instruments. If you've any interest in the medical sciences, you need only ask. Well then, questions? I'm a researcher in the medical sciences. And before you ask, no, I don't mean animancy. Neither do I mean magic, nor, gods forbid, necromancy. Medicine. Study of the kith body, its inner workings and such. I've misgivings about magic use. It's useful, I'll grant you that. But it's a crutch. Stunts our scientific development, you understand. Makes me a bit unpopular, as you can no doubt imagine, which is why I've got this arquebus here. A patient of mine died under questionable circumstances. One morning they were fine, and the next they were dead. Someone is trying to discredit my work, I just know it, but they won't succeed. I came here to the archipelago to evade my rivals' attempts at sabotage, and there certainly is quite a lot of work in the Deadfire, I must tell you. I've told you of my troubles, I suppose it's the least I can do. Settle in now. I've got a lecture prepared for just this occasion. Should you change your mind?
Incense? Offerings for the temple? Shining God, light your path, stranger. Can I interest you in any of our wares? We gathered what we could. Much of our coin goes towards feeding those in need over at the temple. Thank you, sir.
We will witness a new beginning.
It's you.
So it is you. I could not think of a reason why your ghost should haunt the Deadfire, save to haunt me. And that smacks of arrogance, sister. Another collection of spirits? The rumor was that Cadnua was destroyed, and you with it. I was sorry to hear it. I did in time, once I thought I'd summoned up the words to explain what happened in the White March. None of it made much sense to the Regency, but my men stood by me. If I was mad, so were they. When the priest spoke of Aethys' return, I volunteered to come, along with a few of my men. That's putting it all very simply. But then, I suspect few of us have simple reasons for coming to the Deadfire. Each missive from the Deadfire raises new tumult. Some believe our Lord restored, while others doubt. We've done penance for many long years. None of us know what forgiveness ought to look like.
It doesn't seem like Aethys has his mind on forgiveness these days.
So, his appearance has renewed your faith as well. I think for once I am content to wait. If our God wishes to speak with us, wishes anything of us, he will give us a sign. The priests pray daily for it. Stop him.
The plan is to ask him real nicely.
I see. I will say only that this too must have a purpose. The shining God would not bring such destruction without cause. Yet, if this were punishment for our failure, surely he had worthier targets. That sword was only meant to keep you alive through your ordeal. It's fulfilled its purpose. I don't know. I came here on a pilgrimage of a kind. Neketaka is full of spirits. And the sea.
Self-loathing is a blight on the soul, Adaric. Don't make your journey through hell darker than it has to be.
You're right, of course, sister. You are a watcher still, yet you are neither mad nor killed. It's good to see. Ha! No. The Iron Flail has no official business in Neketaka. No siege weapons. I'm here as a man of the faith, and to take care, and may the shining God light your way.
Here's where I do the ritual. Right there, under the statue of Gaun.
As I do. Jody, I do hope you are not getting into trouble now.
Who, me? No, I wouldn't dream of it.
You did good, helping Petley with the infected. Anyone half so capable's got my ear. But I won't make you an empty promise. We tried. Shipped some shares for charity. God, it's nearly 2 years back. Had the means to do some real good. But the guards wouldn't have it. Sent it all to the palace to be shared out, proper-like. Never did. Of course, we'd be glad to lend a hand. But how'll you see our shares reach the Ruparu this time? What makes you think it'll work now when it didn't then? Now hold on just 1 minute. I got no beef with the Principe, but smuggling? That puts us on the wrong side of Kahanga law. We're only here, within the tribe, by the grace of the royals. Our lives aren't a game. I know you want to do right by the Ruparu. I do too. But I can't go kicking a hornet's nest to do it. And you can promise that? No one will know of it?
Oh, come on, Samhain. We can't just not do anything. Trust the Watcher. I do.
What matters are the results. I can't idly stand by while the Ruparu suffer.
Hungry? Come on up. Don't be shy.
Maybe an inn next time if you're so hungry.
Does anyone but the gods know what's going on in Adair's head? You reckon so? I mean... he's a right fine fella. Kind, too. But a little old. I do. I tried not to, but I can't hardly help it. He's just so considerate and nice. If not to me, then everyone else. And his problem is, I think he doesn't much like me, Watcher. Aside from the fact that every time I talk to him, he shoots me down. One night, while everyone was sleeping, I might have borrowed a bottle of rum and shook him awake. I thought he'd be more open to talk by the light of my lantern. You know, if it was just the two of us. He looked at me like I was a scorpion that had crawled into his sleeping bag. What should I do? You'll help me, Watcher, won't you? I'll try my gone darnest. I can promise you that. I hope you're right. Tell me what's on your mind. They're there in my head when I sleep. And sometimes I can taste them on the back of my tongue like a smear of grit. Happens when I take in a particularly volatile. My folks, you might say they're not your typical Aethasians. Sure, they cling to the light more than the darkness. But the war, it touched my family. And it changed them. The others toughened, turned survivors. That much I saw with my own eyes, even years later. Of course, there were few and spread out. Most don't keep to temples. Soul shepherding requires travel. My aunt's the one who taught me about the cycle of life and death. However, whether forwards or backwards, from seed to rot to rebirth again, it's all just states of existence and balance. See, that's how I first learned about the slice of Gaun within Aethys. After that, I read all the doctrines of Gaun, anything and everything I could get my hands on. The 12 books of Nearwith, plus the epistles from the minor prophets. A lot of them aren't a part of today's canonization, but that doesn't mean they're wrong. It's tradition for the youngest born to take up the priesthood of Aethys. Well, no need to fiddlefoot around. I'm listening. Yeah, it's best we gotta move.
I can't believe it. Is that really you? And Adair, you made it out of Gilded Vale for good then.
A lot more might have made it out if you hadn't left them for dead.
I haven't forgotten. It's why I'm here, Adair. Here that comes with the job. You being a watcher, I mean. I've been helping out here with the Dawn Stars, handing out food, mostly, or delivering supplies. Took some getting used to, working shoulder to shoulder with Raid Sarens, but it's not so hard as you'd think. Feels like I'm on the right path, toward a little piece of redemption, maybe? Doing my best, Lord.
Nothing like a homecoming to make a girl remember her roots, even if they are dried up and half dead. Sometimes I wonder if my brethren don't think I got black ichor running in my veins. Why are you so fine to me, Watcher? Makes me think untoward things. Gives me notions I don't need to be getting. I can't risk straying when I got a duty to Gaun. All right. Yeah, I'm ready. I've done this before, but never with such a full lantern. Don't know if I feel cleaner, but I feel something. Blessed, for sure. Let's just hope it lasts, because my lantern feels as heavy as ever, full to brimming with essence, like dark water spilling over my mind. Why do you think the god of rebirth held an aspect of death within him? You can't have life without dying. There ain't no beginning without a prior ending. Ain't no day without night, no spring without fall. You can't grow crops if you never harvest for seeds. All right, I'll be right behind you.
Heather O'Neill.
Hey, there's a lady I'm looking for. Came from Deerwood. Short, got a bad temper.
It goes by a lot.
I know an Alava, but that ain't a surname.
No?
Not real warm, that one. Stop by unannounced, you get a pistol up your nose when she answers the door.
Yeah, that's her. So, she's living with her, husband, then?
Not that I noticed.
Huh. Must be laying low.
Just that boy of hers.
She's got a son? How old would you say? Like a little boy?
I'd be happy to help you with the math.
Nah, just curious.
Oh, I couldn't say. It's been years. He must be a young man by now.
Wow, that's something. Well...
Don't you want to know where to find her?
Yeah, I was, just...
She's in Hasongo, last I heard. Got a little plot of land out there.
I guess we'll look that way, then.
Ready when you are.
Can do.
You know how I've been saying there's nothing more important to me than us freeing you from Barrett's bonds? Well, I meant that. I did. But there's this other thing I need to see about. On the way, like. I was gonna tell you. Thanks. I'm not sure I could anyway. This woman, well, love's not the right word. But she was something to me once, back in Gilded Vale. When I was mayor of Deerford, I had this vision of what I wanted it to look like. It was gonna be what Gilded Vale was, before the legacy. And in some ways, it got there. I was proud of that. But it didn't feel like I thought it would. Come to realize there was someone I needed to show it to. Ilava. She'd have been about the last person left in Deerwood who'd have seen what I made and understood. Last I saw her, she was going to New Hayamar. Went looking for her there, only to find that she'd left a long time ago. Anyway, I don't expect you to understand, but I gotta know she ended up all right. Yeah, that's something. Coming out of Deerwood during that time. When I knew her, she had another little boy, just a baby. But the legacy deprived him of a proper life. I never found out what happened to him. But with the Hollowborn, he didn't have to ask. Guess he got a brother, though. No, but I don't see a way to let this go. Least a way's not now. Last time I saw Ilava, we got friendly. Now she's got a son. Nothing personal, but I don't know if there will be an after. even though you may be the only one I wouldn't bet against. I followed you once when there was something you had to do to put your soul at ease. We went through a lot, but we did it. Now I'm asking you to let me see to mine.
Payment for heads. It could be no simpler, I say.
Get your supplies here.
Tell me, are you someone who walks the path that coin lays out before you? Transmuting actions into payment is the alchemy that orders our world. All things turn on the axis of a coin bond. I pay bounties so that death can bring order to life. Would you help me continue the cycle? If you would forge a coin bond, I know of people on these islands who must die. Their fate is already decided. The coin wishes only to collect. Dugra the Ascetic is wanted for crimes against his monastic order. His people have made a coin bond for his death. The Orlan wanders the wilderness on the island of Crookspur, northwest of Neketaka. Speak freely, I say. The coin bond is patient. It knows that you are committed to you. I will be here when you are ready. I am a paladin of the Gold Pact Order. Since taking my oath, I have never been absent of work and duty for longer than an afternoon. I also enjoy knitting on occasion.
Consider, friend, the blessings of the priests are priceless, but so too is good sense. Certainly.
Hello, Watcher. Fancy a look at this stock? Just have a look.
Merla, it's so humid. Let's get someone to conjure up a breeze.
Merla, burned. Well, that won't do it all.
Hello, my apologies. I didn't see you there. I am fine. Is there some reason I shouldn't be? Which is not to say I do not appreciate your concern. I do. I, like the other scholars here, am engaged in the study of the soul sciences. Was there... I had a mishap with my machinery, but all is well now. The details are unimportant. I wish only to return to my studies. In any case, why are you here? It is a mundane story. I sought out the ship with the longest oversea route departing from the Republics and booked passage. I had intended to perform a handful of experiments regarding the nature of souls that could only be done safely at sea. A fellow researcher. Then perhaps you will understand. I've long been fascinated by the nature of entropy. Nothing is unaffected by the passage of time, excepting souls, supposedly. Is it not possible that repeated reincarnation damages a soul? Could the process of reincarnation itself be responsible for some of the many ills that plague the souls of Kith? I deduced that it was possible to escape the cycle, escape Bareth's grasp, to remove one's soul from the wheel. I suppose I was wrong to expect more from you. Many things. Currently, an unusual variety of Adra. It seems to exist only here, among the isles and waters of the Deadfire. There's a strange, almost melancholy beauty to the substance. I believe there is more to it than others know. If you insist. With the aid of a device of copper and Adra, I have uncoupled my soul from my body, freeing myself of Bareth's wheel. I belong only to myself now. You... do? Perhaps you would be amenable to me traveling with you, on something of a permanent basis? This blade is not merely for show. There are no end of swordsmen in the Deadfire, though, right? I have a vested interest in luminous Adra, but acquiring it here can be expensive. You have a ship of your own and are clearly well-traveled. I suspect I would encounter more luminous Adra with you than I would on the streets of Neketaka. Truly?
I just know we're gonna be the best of friends.
Thaklat, traveler. I am grateful. I have all that I need. You may depart at your leisure. How might I assist? might I assist? Yes?
Hey. Oh?
Of course.
Hmm? Yes. A sure thing.
You don't mind if I talk and work, do you? What can I do for you? Not the coziest place for it, is it? But the open air, the lightning specifically, is a boon. Lets our mages have a rest now and then. Good test of the equipment too. We're working on making it less delicate. I'm glad you asked, amico. Very glad. We're very excited about the work here, and we are always looking for volunteers. We've catalogued a number of interesting properties unique to Luminous Adra, but there are some very specific qualities we are investigating. Qualities that a Watcher happens to be uniquely suited to exploring. You're just what we're missing. No. Well, yes, what isn't? But not exceptionally dangerous. Luminous Adra has special effects upon Keith. Even to the humblest, it offers some small improvements. Rejuvenation, vitality, the kind of thing you sell to people back home, ne? But what about those who have already harnessed their own essence? Consider the talented Cutpurse, for instance, who can cross a room by slipping briefly into another place. Luminous Adra holds enormous quantities of essence, the kind of energy we can't replicate or restore. And these formations have a kind of connection to each other. I believe we can harness this connection and your natural abilities to transport a person across great distances in a moment. On volunteers, well-paid volunteers. That is the very least of it, amico. We've only managed short jumps thus far. I'm hoping that your own gifts will make the difference. We've collected a number of illuminating readings, and our machines are ready to harness the Adra's essence. Now, if someone were capable of sensing that essence in the in-between, even of manipulating it, someone like a Watcher, for instance. Ah, well, this is a little like describing a muscle I don't have. The idea is for you to focus on the next connection point. The machine will use that new link between the Adra veins to create a tether, as well as provide the energy for you to jump effectively. What's really exciting is, so long as you are holding that connection open, your companions can jump alongside you.
What if we all just walk instead?
The next pill is due east of here, in the middle of a farm. It's not as tall as this one, but you shouldn't have any trouble finding it. Oh, and don't worry. We paid the farmers. Gelarde. Very well. You stand there. Ansel, the machine. All right, Watcher. Remember, focus on the beam of light. It ought to be like stepping through a door. And remember, don't...
This look right to you?